Early those of 1010XL 92.5 FM. Now, recruiting tips, advice, and better ways to train. B3 Better presents The Amateur's Edge with Jerrian Sanders, Randy Wade, and A.D. Roberts.
Good morning, Jacksonville. Good morning. This is going to be a great Saturday, man. This is going to be a great Saturday. I got fellas in the house.
Back, the three amigos. We
yeah,
back.
the three amigos.
We been missing you, Randy.
It's more like Voltron, bro. It's more like Voltron, bro. I'm the yellow tiger.
You're the yellow
See,
tiger.
the black
here we
tiger.
go with this already,
Green tiger, bro.
man.
It's like
Come
Voltron,
on,
bro.
bruh. Like, we really going to do this early?
Yes, sir, bro. Glad to be back, man. Glad to be back.
Listen, welcome.
Thank you, bro.
You know, we missed you, man. Tight
people
pants
missed
bandits.
For real?
Yeah. Because
He
you
came
see
back. No, his
Jerrian
pants-
already.
But his pants are a little looser today,
They're a
so we
little
can't get
looser,
it.
bro.
All right, so
I went to the
apologize.
medium shop, man. They're looser. They're a little
There we
looser,
go.
man.
We're proud of you, man.
Appreciate it.
I show think. But we have a great show lined up for you today.
do.
We have some wonderful people in the studio today, and we get a chance to speak to this young man, Solomon Thomas. It's Thomas, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And he has done some amazing things. He is also, and that's why I got on, my red today, because I know people that they believe that the colors at
Reigns.
Reigns
Mm-hmm.
are like this burgundy color and burgundy. No, that is not the color.
I always thought it was burgundy.
I know.
Burgundy.
I understand.
I thought you were supporting the Cardinals or something, bro.
But I'm glad you said that because our colors are actually cardinal red and gray. There we go.
Cardinal red and gray.
And I dropped the mic.
Damn.
That's
What's
how
the
we do
little
it.
thing y'all say? Y'all be scratching or something?
Ichiban, baby. Ichiban.
for real?
Ichiban
Number
what
one.
does that mean? What
Yeah.
does that mean?
That mean-
Number one.
Yeah, it's
It's
a lot.
Japanese for number one.
Yeah. Okay, I never knew that.
So Vikings in the house,
Okay.
in the house, and we want to welcome this young man. But before we get that, we got a little stuff we want to talk about. Go ahead and handle some housework, Jay. Well, what we got going on in the world of sports this week?
Well, we want to talk a little bit about Sha'Carri Richardson and her comeback this past World Championships. Man, she actually took off and got to that World Championship and won the 100-meter dash at an astounding speed of 10.65 seconds. So that she bounced back, big time, and I was proud to see her do that against a lot of adversity that me and Randy was talking about earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
That some say is fair, some say it's unfair. What you think about that, Randy?
I think if you don't got no haters, you're not popping. Meaning,
Okay.
like, you got to understand, if you're going to talk a lot of trash, and that's the kind of person you want to be, you're going to get a lot of feedback,
A lot of backlash.
a lot of backlash at you.
Sure.
I think she's definitely mature. Her body looks great, meaning like she's really, really in shape. But parents got to teach their kids that with the responsibility of being a student athlete and making it up the ladder at a extreme pace, at a high, a big time player or whatever, that you're going to get a lot of backlash no matter what you do.
Yeah, and we talked about it a little bit in the back, where she's one of those athletes that likes to brag, and she's in front, and she's what's the word, very flamboyant,
with the
that's-
outfits and stuff like
yeah,
that. And that's her thing.
and that's her thing, and you don't knock it, but again, you gotta take what comes with that. So when you're braggadocious and you're flamboyant and you got this in your face style,
Mm-hmm.
when you do fail, people are gonna be taking shots at you.
And there's nothing wrong with
And there's
failing.
nothing wrong with it at all.
There's nothing wrong with failing. But
the-
don't forget that you did fall. And the people that's watching don't forget that she did come last.
She did come last.
She did come last. It was about a year ago or something like that. And, like, it's stuff that come with that.
Yeah, and for me, the biggest thing is when that stuff does happen, don't play the victim role.
Don't play the victim
Don't
role.
play the victim role.
Don't
Like,
play it.
again, you brought this on yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and when people do come shooting at you, you take those bullets. But to her credit, she got back up.
She got back up, and now it's a story that everybody can tell and be proud of. Don't forget to call in 904-641-1010, 904-641-1010. We're taking callers all show long.
Trey Lance to the
Especially-
Cowboys.
especially to the Vikings that are in in
yeah.
the city. They should call in.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's your number one. The Vikings won last night.
Yeah.
Definitely. What about that big trade, Dallas? Trey Lance to the Cowboys. What does that say about Dak and his future?
I think it's coming to an end in a minute, man. I think it's coming to an end. I think that this is his year. He really has to show improve. I think we can't just be a year where the Cowboys have a good season and lose the first round of playoffs.
Well, the thing you do have to remember is Dak did just sign a huge contract, and he's guaranteed over $100 million. So I think he might have another year or two to make a mistake. And it was actually a pretty good move strategically because Trey's still going to be on his rookie contract these next 2 or 3 years. Yeah, so they're not really losing a lot by letting him sit.
Yeah.
You know, and so the hope, I'm thinking, from the Cowboys' end is that Trey pushes Dak a little bit. Dak shows his value, and maybe they can trade Dak and, you know, get that contract off their books or what have you. That's the thought.
What's crazy to me is Purdy, wasn't he drafted last in the draft?
Mr. Irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant, right? And you got a kid that was drafted first in the draft, and, you know,
he was number 3. He was number 3 overall.
Number 3 overall,
yeah.
but
first
still,
round,
first round, yeah. And it's like, you know, it's crazy. It's about working. Once you get to the highest level, it's about work and effort.
It's always about that because you never know, you know, when your chance is going to come, and you got to be ready for your opportunity.
Yeah, and what I learned is that kids can be high on one level, then they make it to the next level, and it's just different if you just don't have that work ethic. And sometimes it just doesn't work out.
It doesn't. It doesn't
work out. It doesn't work out.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I want to see.
For sure. The debate of this week, Steph Curry versus Magic Johnson. Who is the best point guard of all time?
Man, we already know. Michael Jordan already said it, man. Michael Jordan already said, Michael Jordan texted Stephen A. Smith on the show, and he said that Magic Johnson was the best point guard and Steph Curry's the best shooter. But it's no competition as far as best point guard.
The position has evolved, and it's totally different than what it was when Magic and those guys was playing. So a point guard truly facilitated the offense, you know, got other people involved, whereas today the point guard is more of a scorer. You know, so for me, when you talk about just pure point guard, there's not a question of that, right? There's no question. Magic made everybody around him better. He, you know, arguably made James Worthy a Hall of Famer, if you ask me.
True.
You know, this man won at every level.
Yeah.
And I always say this is one astounding stat that people, you know, very rarely talk about is this man won a championship on every level in the course of 4 years. He won a national championship in high school his senior year. He won a national championship in college his sophomore year. And then he won the NBA championship his rookie year. When Kareem got hurt, he stepped in, played center, when he scored 42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists. I mean, just went berserk. You know, so Magic was always a winner, always made everybody around him better. And, you know, for me, there's not a question and not even a debate about who's the greatest point guard of all time.
I got a question for you, and this is what I would tell kids too. Like, for Steph Curry, like, if he had an off game shooting, what else could he do on the court?
That's a great question.
And so, like, when I look at people, when people say things about how great this person is or how great that person is, if you had a kid that played sports, would you teach your kid to be that person? If you can do nothing else but shoot, how much of a well-rounded basketball player are you? Like, you have to be able to do multiple things. You know, don't get me wrong. He does one thing super awesome. Yeah, and he's right. He is a top 10 player, and that's not what I'm saying. But I look at the way we teach our kids. Like, you want to be have a great facet in multiple things when you get on that court.
He's definitely an anomaly.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, listen, let's pay some bills, and then on the other side, we're going to bring this young man on and introduce him to the world. This segment was brought to you by Premier Physical Therapy. Your wellness journey begins with Premier Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation, the gold standard in orthopedic and sports rehab for adults and adolescents alike. Dial 904-996-6922 or visit premierptjax.com today for the Premier experience. You're listening to The Amateur's Edge on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Coach Steve Spurrier, Shane Matthews, Chris Doring, and Dan Hicken round up the Gator greats for a preview of this year's team on the Gators Roundtable podcast, coming soon. Brought to you by Safe Harbor Seafood Restaurant and Market. Get more Gators on 1010XL.
I'm Justin Norndorf, creator of DVS, a medically backed pitching development program designed to develop young throwers' arms safely. We are excited to be launching our Florida Development Center at B3 Better in Jacksonville. To celebrate DVS, we are offering a free virtual coaches clinic and also giving away 20 free Team DVS and athletic assessments at B3 Better. To register for the clinic and your team's chance to win, go to b3better.com/DVS and secure your spot today.
This is Frank Frangie. Join Dan Hickett and me for All Things Gators, our podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Monday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL Florida Gators Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or TuneIn.
Tailgaters Parking is gearing up for the most exciting season yet. The best game day parking available is at Tailgaters, where customers get access 4 hours prior to kickoff. A full-service bar and grill, indoor restrooms, security, and more. TailgatersParking.com.
SportsForecaster.com has all the data you need to project tomorrow's winners. Register for free and track the performance of all your favorite players and teams, including all your fantasy team picks and prospects. Sports Forecaster has the most detailed player profiles on the web, precise depth charts, every transaction, every injury, every news update. No ranting or raving, no preening or barstool bluster. At SportsForecaster.com, you get the timely info you need for every game. SportsForecaster.com. Sign up for free today.
Yo! Football is back and so is winning season at MyBookie. Look, if you're anywhere near as fired up as we are this season, you got to get a bet in on the action. NFL, college football, and a brand new casino system. MyBookie gives you options to bet and win all season long. First 2 legs of your parlay hit, cash out early and use the bread on another bet. Or let it ride for a chance for a bigger payday. Use early cash outs as a tool to stay in control of all the action at MyBookie. To get started, go to mybookie.ag now and register for an account for free. When you're ready to make your first deposit, just use promo code 1010XL to grab your welcome bonus on the house. You can still even bet on futures like Total and the Super Bowl. So sign up with promo code 1010XL to claim your deposit bonus. And for a limited time, a free chip to use in the MyBookie casino. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Got chronic joint pain but want to avoid steroids and surgery? Take some advice from pro football legend Emmitt Smith. Call QC Kinetics.
Let QC Kinetics help you improve your quality of life with biologic therapies that get your body to repair and restore damaged tissue.
These exciting new regenerative treatments from local medical professionals can help your body heal itself with lasting pain relief.
Trust me, you want to avoid surgery if you can. Check out these biologic treatments to see what your options are.
QC Kinetics. Restorative, regenerative solutions with no downtime, no surgery, no drugs.
I'm talking about joint pain we all can relate to in your knees, your shoulders, your hips, and your lower back. They'll get you feeling good again.
Get relief now.
What are you waiting on? Make the call to QC Kinetics. Tell them Emmitt Smith sent you.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. It's the Amateur's Edge, brought to you by B3 Better on 1010XL.
Who you play basketball, guys?
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the Amateur's Edge, and we have an amazing young man in the studio today. His name is Solomon Thomas. He is a junior at the greatest high school in the world, William Marion Rains. That's my alma mater, just plug. And he's actually in here with his mom. This guy, he's a 5-star athlete. Let's just say that. He has offers from Bama, LSU, Auburn, Ohio State. We're just gonna say offers from everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody. And so we're really proud of you, man. And we want to talk about this journey that you got going on. So Jerrian, go ahead and do what you do, man.
So Solomon, man, first we want to welcome you to the show and your mom. Can you guys walk us through your recruitment journey so far, from when college started, showing interest to where you are in the process now?
So my first offer was when I was in 9th grade. The biggest thing that was standing out to the coaches was that I was starting as a freshman. Mm-hmm. That's something that's not heard of.
So you started for varsity as a freshman? Yeah, because Big Solomon didn't even start. Solomon Kinley didn't even start as a freshman at Reigns.
Right. So when that happened, it was like a a culture shock because, of course, you have Kirkland, Florida State, KJ, FAMU, Quincy Burroughs. He's at Wisconsin. All these big names, and none of them started their freshman year. So then you have little old me, and I start. Of course, me. I just wanted to start for a school a home school.
Yeah.
Everybody in my family went to Reigns. So for me to play and to start, it was a big chip on my shoulder personally by myself, not realizing what came with that. So my first offer was Georgia Tech. I got pulled out of class. And, of course, coaches are coming to see me because coaches are coming to see them. So my coach would be like, let me bring you to this young kid named Solomon Thomas. So they come see me. They don't really say much, but they come see me, shake my hand and stuff like that. Georgia Tech was a little different. We kind of talked. We shared laughs. And he left like the rest of them do. And in that same period, my coach came back and he was like, come here. So we left. We went around the corner. And he patted me on the back. He was like, congratulations, you got your first offer from Georgia Tech.
What?
When I tell you that was the biggest moment of my life, I was like, are you serious?
Yeah.
He was like, congratulations.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay, of course, it's a college. Mind you, I don't know nothing really about football. So I'm there and I'm realizing, okay, I have an offer, but I'm still a freshman. So for me having an offer with the older guys still being there, they're like side-eyeing me like, who is this kid for real? Like They knew I played, I got a lot of backlashes just from starting as a freshman because of course they didn't. And that was just a big experience for me. And then to now, having 30 plus, 40 plus offers.
That's insane.
It's the same kind of feeling, but it's like you have the Georgias, you have the Alabamas. It's like these are the schools that I was looking up videos, Alabama offensive line blocking techniques, LSU head-on drills, and I'm seeing this correlate to my life now, and it's like it's a dream come true.
That's huge, man. That's huge. So with you saying you wanted to play for your home school, is that gonna play any into your college decision making, you think?
Most likely it would. My mom gave me a grace period of, what was it, 6 hours? 4 hours?
Somewhere where she could drive?
Yes.
Somewhere she could drive to.
Hours was the limit. I can do that easy.
Okay. Good deal. So have you started going on visits like yet? Because it's getting ready to crank up.
I haven't gone to any officials yet.
Okay.
I've been to a couple of games. I went to a UF game, a Florida State game. Plan to go to a LSU game, maybe a Miami game, another Florida State game. Just something that's close, something that's fun, Still trying to keep it light, but of course those official visits are going to start rolling in soon.
For sure. So how have you managed the attention that's been coming from all these different colleges?
To be honest with y'all, I don't.
You don't?
This is my mom manager right here. She does everything. Like, the coaches will blow up my phone. What was it? August 1st was when they could. Yeah, so August 1st, 12 o'clock at night. Of course, I'm up. I'm macking. I'm caking. So I'm on
What does that mean? Hold on. What does that
We
mean,
are not
bro?
going to allow him
What does that mean? I don't,
just breeze past that.
what does that mean?
You know what it mean, man.
You talking on the phone?
Baking the cake, yeah.
What kind of like a pound cake or something like that?
I don't know. I'm old, bro. I don't know what you mean, bro. You talking to a girl? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Oh, bet that was up. That was up.
Okay.
All right, bet. Back in my day.
All right,
12
now.
o'clock at night, I'm caking.
All right,
And
for sure.
My phone starts blowing up with text messages, and of course, I guess on the other end, you can kind of hear when it like buzzes or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's ding, 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 ding. So she doing whatever she was doing. I don't know if it was homework or whatever. And she's over here. She's doing her work. She said, "Who blowed up your phone like that?" I'm like, I don't like. It was a whole bunch of random numbers, but it was of course like Solomon, LSU's. How you doing, Solomon? Florida State. How you doing, Solomon? Alabama.
Yeah.
And it was cool to me, but at the same time, it was like it was a lot coming at one time, and I knew I couldn't do this by myself. And funny story is was I in middle school? You tell them. It was middle school, right?
Oh, in middle school, Solomon came and said, "Mom, I need you." And I said, "Okay, what's up?" middle school is coming, and middle school is different from elementary. I said, I know, you're right. I need you to be my manager. I need you to manage me through middle school. Keep me on track. Keep me organized. I said, okay, Solomon, I got you.
Okay.
So now that all this is happening, and he's trying to handle it, answer every text, answer every phone call, take this interview. I said, Solomon, you cannot be up all night. You can't. Send them my way. Remember, you told me.
Right.
You asked me, can I, be my manager, Mom? I'm still your manager.
There you go.
Give it to me.
And
I can handle it.
And I'm gonna tell you, Solomon, one of the biggest things you're gonna have to worry about is as soon as you leave the house, man, they're gonna be trying to separate you from your mom. And
when he goes to college?
As soon as you go to college, man, they're gonna try to separate you from your mom. And it's gonna be you're gonna have a certain circle that you have right now, and you need to have that conversation. That certain circle, and you need to stay together no matter what. Don't let them separate you. They're gonna try to tell you that you're grown now. You can make your own decisions. Yes, you are grown. You can make your own decisions. But the thing you need to be focusing on playing football and getting your education, and everything else you need to be done by your circle.
Yes, sir.
We'll talk about that later. And I'm gonna hook y'all up with some people too.
All right.
I bet.
So with Bama being who they are, how has that factored in your decision? Are you looking at them any or?
I'm looking at everybody equally. Of course, I've graduated. I've gravitated towards the home schools, the Florida States, the Georgias, the UFs, and Alabama hasn't. Honestly, they haven't reached out to me
Really?
as much as I thought they would. Compared to the Florida States, the Miamis, those kind of schools, the Clemsons, the LSUs. I knew just once I had got that offer, it was like, okay, they gonna start hitting me hard. And like Jamie French, he just committed to Alabama, and I would text and be like, how they treating you over there, like, just to see like where am I on their depth chart? Because of course everybody has offers from Alabama, everybody has offers from Florida State, everybody has offers from University of Florida, but there's still a hierarchy on who they really want and who's like really like that. If I can't get this big guy, I guess I'll settle for this guy. So where am I on that? Am I that settle for that guy, or am I that top guy that they really want? So it's like, for me, I'm starting to realize who's my friend and who's not.
And so how do you know like that pecking order? How you know about that hierarchy? How'd you figure that out?
Just talking to coaches and talking to friends who have gone through the process that I've gone through. I'm real connected with Andrew Thomas, Solomon Kinley, Kirkland. We went to Florida State, so I'm talking to these guys, trying to understand the game more as a recruit, and they're like telling me these things that's like you have to really dial in on who wants you and who doesn't.
Gotcha.
And I got two things. First thing, everybody don't get those offers.
Right.
Only the select few and blessed get those offers. So you in a blessed situation, bro. Your hard work and your dedication got you there. It's only a select few that get those offers. Everybody else, they work is in a different kind of way. It's not better or worse, but they work is a different kind of way. So you blessed. So I want you to know that, brother. So so stay like that. And then the next thing I wanted to know is that like you got big kids all around the city, all around Florida, but they're not as talented as you. What led up to that?
To my talent?
Yeah. I want your mom to answer that question also.
You go first.
The talent in football came very late. Very late. I was that parent in where he wasn't playing Pop Warner.
Okay.
People would see us in the stores and just assume because of his size, he has to play football. No, he doesn't. He plays basketball. He plays t-ball. He plays soccer. He doesn't play football. And so it wasn't until 8th grade year I let him try out for the football team in hopes that he wouldn't make it. But unfortunately he did, which I knew he was going to because of his size.
Yeah.
And so I think that is, in his case, the key to his success.
Multiple sports. And that's the biggest thing I want to come out of this, Jay, is
that not multiple sports. He's an open canvas.
Okay.
When he came in and when he was an not open book, but an empty canvas. The coach from Wayne Jones was able to mold him to what he is today.
He didn't have bad habits.
He did not have bad habits. And so in football particularly, he was given all the right tools at the right time. And so I think that's the key to his success. And then, of course, the multiple sports, because it gives him all of his agility, his stamina, things of that nature. So definitely being involved in other sports as he was growing up. And then just God blessed him to be in the right position to go to the right school.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
To allow him to be where he is today.
But the thing is also that parents these days, they'll put their kids in football from 5 years old, and play it year round. So that's why I'm saying that by him playing multiple sports other than football, it let your body rest, let your mind rest. They want their kids to play football year round from 5 years old till they graduate, and that's not the best thing for your kid.
Body worn down.
Yeah, your body's totally beat down. And I actually looked at your film, and I was like, yeah, this kid, I knew for a fact you would play basketball. I knew for a fact you played basketball just looking at his feet and how his feet move. Yeah, I could definitely tell. But we got a caller. Caller, you on the line?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Who we speaking with?
This is Jaquan Bailey, the former Reigns Viking.
Oh, all-time great Iowa State, all-time sack leader, Jaquan Bailey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was just down here in Daytona, and then I was up here listening since I was on the show. What was that, a couple months ago? And then I heard that you had the great Mr. Thomas on the show.
Okay. Do y'all know each other?
Me and him have met each other about 3 or 4 times.
You met Jaquan? You remember Jaquan Bailey from Iowa State? Okay.
Because he probably doesn't. Yeah. Because he probably doesn't know me by like my full government name, but he probably is one of the twins.
Okay.
One of the twins. Yeah. But yeah, man. It's just
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember you. Bro, you gotta come back to another track practice with Coach Bellamy for sure.
Hey man, listen, man. I have a full schedule, but because I'm down here in Daytona right now, and by like just up here hearing you, man, talk, and then like just seeing just your, body of work, it's guys like you that can take Reigns to the very next level, right? Which is having offers and having all of the different rankings of you being a 5-star and all that is cool, but it's the the most funnest and the most memorable times is really with your team, like as in like trying to go to state. I was there last year when y'all played bowls. Was that on Thanksgiving Day or something, like, or the following day or something? Yeah, I seen them. I think that y'all went over to Bowes and then you guys lost. But then I found out that y'all actually got more talent this year. That y'all got this defensive ends, y'all got this defensive tackles. They have y'all have the quarterback now. That you guys got the receivers. So it's really no excuse for you guys not to go to state. But it starts off with guys like you, and then it's crazy. But when I was at Reigns had done taught me, man, that I would honestly rather be respected than like because there's gonna be times during the season where it's gonna be ups and downs, but it's you personally. You should probably be that guy that is kind of like when everything is going great, and it's gonna be guys trying to relax and try to be doing dumb stuff. It's guys like you that has to make sure that everybody's in line. That it's even at times where you and the coach may have to butt heads that of you trying to like to push your team just to be great. Because I remember when we was at Reigns, we was the ones telling Coach Wiley, Butler, Masson, all those guys that, hey man, listen, we aren't just trying to be good. We are trying to be great. So I remember we was about to get ready to play Bowls for the playoffs, and we had a good practice, but then
Jaquan, do me a favor. Hold on.
What?
We're gonna pay some bills real quick. Just stay on the
my
line,
God.
and we'll bring you back on if you got the time. If you got the time. Thanks. This segment was brought to you by Premier Physical Therapy. Your wellness journey begins at Premier Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation, the gold standard in orthopedic and sports rehab for adults and adolescents alike. Dial 904-996-6922 or visit premierptjacks.com today for the Premier experience. You're listening to The Amateur's Edge on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Go fishing with Captain Kevin.
In the water.
On the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show.
Thursday nights at 6.
Oh, that's a fish right there, boys.
On 1010XL AM.
The blockbuster event of the summer is here.
Outrunning a helicopter isn't exactly what I had in mind for my beach getaway.
But this isn't another full-throttle action movie. It's the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Wait, what?
Featuring the action-packed 2023 Nissan Rogue and Nissan Sentra, with sport modes that give the performance of a lifetime.
Stealing my spotlight.
And now comes the real star of the show.
Get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims. Availability is limited, so shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com today.
Better hurry. These offers won't get a sequel.
For well-qualified buyers, 0% APR financing for 36 months on new 2023 Rogue, excluding S-Trim and dealer stock. Example, 36 months financing at $27.78 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions and NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 9/5/23.
From the gridiron to the griddle.
Voila!
Have breakfast with our Hall of Famer, Tony Baselli.
I'm making waffles.
Brought to you by Epstein & Robbins DUI Defense Firm and Mr. Rooter Plumbing of Jacksonville. Monday mornings on The Drill. Breakfast provided by Chick-fil-A.
This is Corona Premier. Just 90 calories and 2.6 grams of carbs. It's a light beer that... Wait, this is a light beer? But we shouldn't really tell people about... Right, that's why I'm here. Sorry. Corona Premier, unexpectedly, light beer.
Catch the Jacksonville Jaguars every day.
Jaguars Today from the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute studios.
With Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony talking teal every weekday from 10 to noon.
Jaguars Today
on 1010XL.
Oakleaf people, the best wings in town are coming to you. Players Grill is expanding and opening soon in Orange Park. Watch your favorite teams and enjoy burgers, pizzas, salads, and more. Players Grill, where the neighborhood meets.
Men, if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction or PE, the medical providers at Prime Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Prime Men's Medical Center offers the most advanced treatments to eliminate ED and PE. 98% of men experience instant results on their first office visit. They're even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
Don't just take our word for it. Call Prime Men's Medical Center now for our limited time offer. Your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
3D Digital has you covered for any of your business's digital marketing needs. From producing award-winning videos to getting those digital ads to follow your customers around the internet, our team has your back. Visit 3ddigital.com or give us a call at 904-712-4004 to schedule a free consultation today. 904-712-4004.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. It's the Amateur's Edge, brought to you by B3 Better on 1010XL.
And we are back. Glad to have you back. Listen, we are having a wonderful conversation with Solomon Thomas. He's a junior at Raines High School, 5-star recruit. Everybody is after him. You know, Alabama, Auburn, Ohio State, you name it, everybody is after him. And his momager is in the house.
Momager.
Yeah, Kyrie Thomas. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, Ms. Thomas, how have you assisted your child in navigating the recruiting process? He did mention that you've been his manager since elementary school.
Since birth.
and I imagine it's gotten a lot more intense these past couple of months. So could you take us through that journey a little bit, please?
It's been fun.
Uh-huh.
It's been interesting, exciting. And, but it's just organization, basically. Keeping him grounded, keeping him level-headed. Reminding him what's important. This is great. And I told him as he was getting into football and people were saying how good he was, and I'm like, he is? Really? Okay, if you say so. And so I told him, I said, well, Solomon, if football is our avenue for college, then let's go for it. Because before I wasn't, football was not it. But you're getting good at it. People are wanting you to come to college. They're willing to pay for college. Hey, let's go for it. And so just keeping him grounded, staying organized. Hey, this is our calendar. If it's not on the calendar, we're not doing it. And just keeping in communication with coaches and recruitment and things like that.
Good deal. So what discussions have you had as a family to ensure that all factors are considered?
We talk about everything. We talk about everything. I just mentioned it to him this morning that we need to now have monthly conversations. And real monthly conversations. Okay, where's your head? Where are you thinking? What are your thoughts on this school? Let's visit this school. This is what they're talking about. This is who we're talking to. Here's who's talking back to us. And so we have conversations in reference to our checklist. The schools that he's thinking of, are they still meeting our expectations and what we want to get out of a school?
Wow, and just to touch on those, what are those expectations though? That's the good question.
Like, we have a checklist, and some of the things are distance. How far is the school? The layout of the school. Is it a big campus? Is it a small campus? The relationship as we're communicating, the relationship between his positional coach versus the head coach. Are they very well connected? Are they? Is there a sync? Are all the coaches talking to Solomon, or is it just the offensive line coach? We talk about their connection to their Christian background. Do they have a chaplain on staff? And do they have a chaplain on staff? Are they connected with a church of some sort? Does this school have his major? Because all the schools have beautiful campuses. They have beautiful facilities. Every school is getting a new facility. But what are those small things such as, do you have his major? We love to come here, but if you don't have his major, then there's no purpose in coming. And so just, we have it's a list. And we just constantly check off, okay, what college is meeting the majority of our expectations?
Excellent.
They want us to meet theirs. We want them to meet ours.
And Ms. Thomas, I have my good friend online. I'm going to introduce you to a lot of people that can help you out as you learn. And my good friend, James A.D. Cleveland's on the line. She's the founder of Sports Mom University. She mentors moms all across the country and everything that y'all going through. James A.D., you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yeah, I want to introduce you to Miss Thomas and Solomon Thomas. And what word of advice would you have for them as they go through the process? He's a junior. He is the number 24 composite player in the country. What advice would you give him as a junior and his mom?
Well, I like a lot of the things that I'm hearing, that she has a checklist, and that checklist includes major, and it includes aspects of their faith. Do they have a chaplain? I love that she's thinking more along more than facilities, and she's also being aware of one thing that a lot of parents are not aware of. That's the relationships with the entire coaching staff, and then internal relationships. Does my position coach really sync with my head coach? Those are all crucial things, because when records change, typically head coaches don't sacrifice themselves. They sacrifice position coaches first. So that is really, 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 really good things, all good things. I would say just having a surface level, one of the things I I caution all my parents to say, to be mindful of treating athletics as plan B and not plan A. No one retires from their sport. Golf might be the exception, but like I've never met a 65-year-old saying, you know what, in about 5 years I can retire from football. And because we tend to treat athletics as the plan A instead of the plan B, we miss opportunities to network with people who are in positions to offer, like if we want to own our own businesses, maybe they can give us the angel investors, or maybe they have a business that they already have and they could mentor us, or maybe we may need a job at some point. And there are people that we miss the opportunity to network with and get to know because we just look at our children sometimes as our children. We don't say, well, there are tons of people that want to be in my child's space because he plays a sport exceedingly well. And when you come into our space, who are you? What do you do? Who are you connected to? Can we cultivate at least a continuous relationship? Because one day you may be the person that knows someone who can open a door for us, or perhaps you're the person that opens the doors. That is one of the key things that even the athletes that I work with who are professionals, when they're locked out of the facility because they're no longer on the team, oftentimes that's when they start thinking about, oh, well, who do I know and who can connect me, who can help me? So as you're in the thick of it and you have a few years ahead of you, get to know people and get to know what they do, because you never know how they could be of assistance or how you could be of assistance going forward. So that's one of the things I tell a lot of people, because that's a key miss.
Okay, so
I hope that's helpful.
Yeah, it is. So could you tell Ms. Thomas, because she's writing some of this stuff down, how could she contact you? And also our listeners, how can they contact you?
She can reach out to me on my Instagram or my Facebook. You can get me at Sports Mom University. I have a business page on Facebook, and you can message me there. On Instagram, I am at SPORTS _MOM_U. Please feel free to follow me and send me a direct message, anybody. And you can also email me at sportsmomu@gmail.com. It's SPORTSMOMU@gmail.com. And Randy, connect us. You have my number, so connect us.
No, I'm gonna do that. I'm trying to get you some pub out there in the radio world. That's all. But I
I know that, but I'm not gonna tell the world my phone number.
No.
We're gonna call it. We're gonna call that number.
Yeah, we're gonna call it. All right, so I got you. We only got a few minutes left. So thank you.
Thank you. Now. No,
Thank
man,
you
that's
guys
awesome.
for having me. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks. No, that's huge. That's some useful information that, again, a lot of people don't think about the game afterwards, which brings me to a question. What is your major? What are you planning on majoring in? What do you think you want to do in college?
I feel like my major would be either fire science.
Fire science.
I want to be a firefighter.
Okay.
After football. Of course, football to some athletes are their number one goal.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I didn't grow up like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I had stuff that I wanted to do before football.
Okay.
So now it's like I can do football. I can make money. I could flip houses on the money that I make from football.
Look at him.
Generational wealth is the best wealth. So it's that kind of stuff plays a big part. If I'm not too banged up from the NFL, I would definitely be a fireman.
And that's the thing about it, and we always tell football players this. If you are lucky enough to play 10, 15 years in football, right, you still relatively young when you finish.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do with that time? Because even if you got all the money in the world, that still doesn't make you whole.
Right.
And for us, and we always tell, we had Jamie French on the show the other week, and Tremel, and we told him, make sure you don't let this game define who you are as a young man. Right. It's only a part of who you are, right? there's so much life, there's so much more to it than just playing football. So finding what that passion is and what your purpose is means more than anything to them just being a phenomenal athlete. And you saying what you say is refreshing to me, man. Like it's the coolest thing that any athlete has said on this show, man. So I'm proud of you for having that vision and having that mindset. That's huge.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
I just want to say I've always told Solomon that football is what he likes to do. It is not who he is. And so just to share that with other parents and other young people, your hobby, your sport, is what you like to do. It's not who you are. So finding and understanding who you are as a person, because you're only one injury away. And it's all over.
There you go.
Because after that injury, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Who are you? Who are you in your heart? What do you like to do outside of this? Because you're not going to always have that. So I just wanted to add that.
That's huge. And because, again, like the thing that people don't talk about is when that ball does stop. Again, no matter how much money you have, no matter how far you've gotten, those guys go into a dark place. Dark place, because that's who they've always associated themselves with. And again, the ball going to stop at some point. So understanding what your purpose is outside of that, it's huge, man. It's huge, definitely.
Yeah, coaches are going to be crazy about you because a lot of Florida players, a lot of coaches think they have a bad attitude, like a bad attitude. Like coaches done told me, like a lot of
college coaches.
A lot of college coaches. So when they meet you and you got a
he's gonna be refreshing.
Yeah, you got a charisma to you, and like a lot of Florida players not like you from what I experienced, and they gonna like you. They gonna like your mom, and so just like I said, man, keep that tight circle, man.
That's gonna be huge. So, Mom, I got another question for you. How do you help Solomon balance the excitement of recruiting with his academic and his personal responsibilities? Does he still take out the trash?
Yes. He still has his
in between the honey.
You gotta watch
in between the cake, and you better have those dishes clean.
Around there caking. All right.
But yes, once organization, because it's a lot, and even once again, academics is first. We put all this enthusiasm, just as a family, we are happy about football. We go to the different visits. We go to the camps. Okay, let's put that same enthusiasm into your academics. You have tutoring at this time. You have school at this time. You have homework. Everything is prioritizing. So academics is first, foremost. Then if we, we'll add in some football stuff. And once again, I have my calendar. This is what's on the calendar for this day. If it's not on the calendar, we're not doing it.
It's a real
if they waited too late to ask, we're not going because we already have something planned. And then just mommy and me time.
For sure.
Okay. That's definitely.
That's Friday, the Saturday night, movie night.
Yeah.
I want to get in one question.
Put down the cake and go ahead.
I want to get in a question. And because this is like the hot topic everywhere. NIL. Has any of that played into your life yet?
Because it is so big, I have coaches around me who are alumni of these big schools. Stuff people talk, people chatter about certain stuff, but I really don't get too much into the whole NIL thing. Because one of the biggest advice somebody gave me was, would you still go to the school if you didn't play football? So that's how I approach every school that I go to. Do I like the school away from the gyms, the coaching staff? Do I like the feel of, can I see myself going to this school if I did not play football? So for me, NIL is not a big thing, but it is a big thing.
Yes, sir.
You can't ignore it.
Preach now.
That's
talk
a part
real.
of that generational wealth that you were talking about.
You just got to capitalize on
it. I can start that a lot early because if I have the money to do what I want to do in the league, as far as flipping houses and all that kind of stuff, I would do it, and I will do it. And that's how I can start my business, my train on getting money a lot faster, a lot sooner as well.
And just think, that is not your focus. That's going to be your mom's focus. That's not your focus. You just focus being on the best player you are. Yeah. So James Etta specializes in that. She does programs with that. So I'm gonna get y'all hooked up. She does. That's what she specializes in NIL. Because like you said, you could just think about it. It's a possibility. I mean, knock on wood, anything can happen. Some people are getting the most money they can get right now. What's the chick that played for LSU? The basketball player, the female?
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese. She don't have to play in the league, and she's getting more than she's getting in the league. So it's nothing wrong with that, y'all. There's nothing wrong with that. But it just not need to be your focus. It's your focus, in my opinion. So like, just keep doing your thing.
We got a couple of seconds left.
No matter what, stay focused on perfecting your craft.
Yeah.
And those same principles that you use for that, you're gonna be able to carry into whatever else you decide to do in life.
Yes, sir.
We got a couple seconds left. When do you think you'll make a commitment?
I would like to make my commitment the spring of my senior year.
Okay, so we're gonna write that down. We're gonna have him back.
No, we're gonna have him do it here. We gotta come back and do it here.
Right, we do it live.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Hey, you're gonna need some.
The whole church here.
That's what. Listen, we want to thank you so much for being on the show, man. Solomon, congratulations to all the accolades that you've gotten so far. Mom, you've done an excellent job.
Excellent.
We expect great things from you, and Viking Nation.
No,
baby.
bring that championship.
Ichiban.
Bring that championship to the city. Bring that championship to the city team, man.
You guys have been listening to the Amateur's Edge on 1010XL 92.5 FM. We will see you next week.